Madam President, I would like to say a few words about my friend Joe Lieberman, the gentleman from Connecticut. Shortly after I arrived in the Senate, Senator Lieberman was assigned to serve as my mentor, someone from the other side of the aisle who would be a source of wisdom and guidance as I made my way in my first term in the Senate. I considered myself extremely fortunate that he agreed to mentor me. We are both from New England. We both had the privilege of serving our state as Attorney General and have a deep respect for the rule of law. And we are both deeply concerned about issues impacting the security of our country. Over the last 2 years, I have been able to work with Senator Lieberman more closely, and I have personally seen his character, his courage, and his conviction. Both in tone and in substance, Senator Lieberman has been one of the most respected and effective statesmen in the history of this institution. Someone who transcended politics to stand up for what he believed in and what he believed was right on behalf of our country. Senator Lieberman understands that neither party has a monopoly on good ideas and that the American people expect members of both parties to work together to get things done on behalf of our country. Senator Lieberman understands that our children will not ask us whether we were Democrats or Republicans and how good we were at that, at being a member of a party. They will ask us whether we were willing to make the tough decisions necessary to ensure that they continue to enjoy the prosperity and freedom in the greatest country on earth. What I admire about my friend Joe Lieberman is that he is someone who will always put country first above all else. For Senator Lieberman, this has been especially true in the area of national security and homeland security. As our nation has encountered difficult economic headwinds at home, over $16 trillion in debt, there have been members of both parties who have argued for excessive cuts to our military and that we disengage from the rest of the world. Yet in the great traditions of President Truman, Kennedy, and Reagan, Senator Lieberman has made the compelling case that the United States best promotes its values and protects its citizens when we remain engaged around the world, maintain the military strength and the strength of our military having the best military in the world, and having had the chance to work with Senator Lieberman on the Senate Armed Services Committee, his commitment to our men and women in uniform has been inspiring. He has shown a deep commitment to make sure that they have the best equipment that they need and that we remain the strongest military in the world, and that when our soldiers come home, they receive the support that they need. He has been such an amazing advocate for the military and their families. I also appreciate that, like Winston Churchill, Senator Lieberman understands the value of alliances between democracies and has spoken with moral clarity regarding the enemies of freedom. He hasn't hesitated to call terrorism and evil by its name and to speak out for dissidents and freedom fighters around the world. I will never forget a trip that I had the privilege of taking with him to Asia, where we had the opportunity to meet individuals who were imprisoned, and they spoke with tears in their eyes of the work that Senator Lieberman and Senator McCain and others had done to speak up on their behalf. Senator Lieberman has spoken up for those who have been oppressed around the world time and again, and he has left his legacy on this institution in making sure that America stands up for our values and for people around the world who are struggling for basic human rights and freedom. In this chamber, he will also, of course, be remembered for the incredible, important work that he did as a strong and resolute member of the Senate Armed Services Committee, but also as the chairman of the Homeland Security and Government Affairs Committee. He helped to lead the federal government's response to September 11th, to those horrible attacks on our nation and our country, and every American is safer because of the work that Joe Lieberman did as chairman of that committee and the work that he did on the Senate Armed Services Committee in this body, and the work that I know that he will continue to do when he leaves the Senate. My friend, Joe Lieberman, represents the very best of public service. He has stood firm for freedom, international engagement, and American military strength. He will be remembered among members of this body not only for his accomplishments, but for the way that he has conducted himself. Always a gentleman, he has conducted himself with great decency, civility, and humility. At a time when our country faces great challenges, his quiet and effective leadership and commitment to working across party lines will be sorely missed in this body. He will certainly continue to serve as a model for all of us who remain serving in the Senate, and I know that in future endeavors, I will certainly seek him out to seek his advice and counsel as we face great challenges, not only here at home, but also in terms of our military and the role that America plays in the world. We all admire his leadership here, and it has been a true privilege for me to have had him mentor me the last 2 years. I have learned so much from him, and again, I think that he serves as a model public servant of what it means to be committed to doing the right thing for your country. Thank you, Madam